So, Brendan O'Neill, why is the media so obsessed with Jeremy Hunt as the next Tory leader, or is that pretty obvious?
Yeah, they love him because, as you say, he presents himself as a safe pair of hands, and he's seen as a moderate. He's seen as one of the adults in the room who can take over from crazy populist Boris Johnson. But as you've just outlined there, Jeremy Hunt has points of view which I would consider to be extremist. I think supporting zero COVID policies, openly celebrating the authoritarianism of the tyrannical regime in Beijing, and also arguing for a second EU referendum in which we could have had the option to stay in the single market in defiance of the vote to leave the EU. These are extremist positions. They suggest that Jeremy Hunt doesn't understand the importance of civil liberty or democracy. And for those reasons, he should not be the leader of anything.
Brendan, that is such a good point. It really is, because, of course, these positions are just completely extreme when you actually break it down. I mean, the zero COVID thing, you just have to look at the guy's face to know that that's what he would have been angling for if he were in charge.
Oh, yeah, the way he was almost smiling and taking joy in his description of his sister's experience in China. She was driven to her home. There were people waiting outside. The door was sealed. I mean, he had a smirk on his face as he was saying that. He clearly thought it was an admirable, tough approach. I think it's a crazy approach. It completely destroys people's freedom of choice, people's freedom of movement, people's right to decide where they go on a day-by-day basis. And you only have to look at what's been happening in Shanghai over the past few months, where they have had zero COVID policies, and they are destroying people's lives. People have got no freedom whatsoever. Numerous people have lost their businesses or their jobs. We've seen dogs being killed in case they pose a threat. People haven't been allowed to enjoy the most basic freedoms that we know, such as leaving your house, going to the shops. This is the kind of zero COVID, this is the logical conclusion to the zero COVID idea that was being pushed by Jeremy Hunt and other people in this country. I don't think anyone who argued for zero COVID deserves to be taken seriously again.